So let's review this game. So right off the bat, explain yourself for this level 1 wave control. Because I'm not saying it's wrong, but like I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to set up a slow push with by hitting this minion once, right?
Yeah.
So first and foremost, First and foremost, you need to hit it twice, not once.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine.
Why twice instead of once?
Because if you hit it once, it's not consistent enough to like actually set up a slow push. You have to hit it twice to make sure it's like actually like gonna 100% do what you wanted to do.
Okay, on the same minion or two different?
Same minion.
Same minion.
The middle mage.
Yeah, okay.
Now why are you slow pushing in this specific matchup?
To be honest, I'm not looking entirely for the slow push. I'm just looking to deny the first minion of the wave, so that they're level 2. They won't get. I mean, their level 2 is deadly. Like I do not want them to get level 2 before us. So I'm doing it to deny them the first minion, which means that we're getting the level 2 before them.
Yeah. So that's how you're doing this by setting up a slow push. It's not like you're hard shoving this, right?
But they are losing the first XP, right?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Like, even if they don't lose the first XP, you still would get level 2 first, right? Like, see.
I mean, true.
Yeah, but I know what you're trying to do, though. I get that.
Okay, so what should I do instead?
No, this is good. This is good. I'm not saying
it is good. Okay,
yeah. So like this is all good. For now, it's all good up until this point. Like this is where you should react to what your support is doing. You know what I mean?
I should be much more aggressive because it's Alistar level 1.
Yeah, and also like even if it was the matchup is flipped, if Alistar is just running at you and you're Samir, you need to react to what he's actually doing, because if he don't, you would just lose the game. But obviously, that's why Thresh is doing it, right? You know what I mean? Like, you need to react to what your support is doing, and obviously, Alistar level 1 is so fucking free. Oh my god, I hate this so much.
You can change it left corner, but...
Yeah, I did. You just have to double click the champion and...
Like... yeah, I meant you can take manual cam, but yeah, of course you know
that. I mean, this is all fine, and then we get to the cheater.
Should have shoved this previous, I think I should have shoved. It hits turret, actually.
Okay, so here's the thing, okay? If you want to cheat a recall, you don't shove on 2, you shove on 3. You slow push the first 2, and then you...
with the cannon.
Yeah, exactly. So that's number 1 mistake. Number 2, you never cheat a recall here. Why don't we ever cheat a recall here is because our jungler is pathing towards bot side, which means he's gonna want to fight for bot scuttle, right?
Oh, yeah, true.
So if we go for a cheater recall, we just basically screw him like really badly. Like you shouldn't be here right now, but because you hard shoved the second wave, you're kind of in a shitty spot.
Yep.
So yeah, so now we shouldn't cheat here, right? Like, because our jungler wants to path bot side. Now we move on to here, and I want to ask you, one sec, like what's around here? Like, why do you hard shove this? What's the reason behind this?
I'm looking for a reset because Samira is resetting. What do you want?
Oh, you looked for a reset, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of gold there, right? I think I had 1k or something.
You had 700. See, this is why we don't hard shove this.
Yeah.
Because
we gave her everything.
Yeah, we should just slow push it, and then we crash a big wave when we have more gold than 700.
Yeah.
Right.
700 is not anything.
Yeah, and if we hard shove, we at least have to take this, at the very least. Like right now, you just basically like kind of just gave up like the whole lane pressure, because you just got a kill. Like that's it. Lane should be already have plus 25 CS, a kill and a kill on her. It's like.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that makes no sense.
So just slow push, and then another thing is, throughout all these 5 minutes, I'm really lacking in your laning phase. Like, let's just go right random spots. You basically never like actually harass them. Like, she should never be allowed to walk up here when you have like the full control of the lane. Like, why is she allowed to be here? Like, you see, like, she went just for like, as soon as she goes for this minion, she should be getting auto attack. Like, you should react to what she's doing. Like, when she was like right here, you should be up here, and if she tries to step up, from...
I never get burst in this lane. Or?
No.
I'm really afraid of,
No, not level, like, if you're level 3 and they're level 2, like, nah. Like, no way. Never, ever. Like...
And I have the exhaust.
Yeah, exactly. Exhaust and Thresh Kaisa have the stronger TV2. Alistar is really weak. Like, how is she allowed to just walk up and do this? Like she just comes up and just bobs you like gangplank.
Yep.
Like that should never be a thing when you're ahead, right? Like ever. Like we can go like a random spot, like, and this is like a constant in your lane, so you like basically like don't get anything done.
Giving her free space, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like that should never, like, you have to punish them harder. Now, actually, I want to talk about a specific scenario. So this, I think it's this, or maybe a bit slightly under here. When you hit level 6. Okay, so okay, let's see. Like,
I remember this. We hit 6 and I played passive.
Yeah, you have lethal the whole time on this. Like the whole time you have lethal. Wait 1 sec. Let me just check something real quick on my Streamlabs. I'm not streaming, by the way. I'm just recording this, so you can look back later, or I can upload it for my own gain. Yeah. So like, okay, again, she should be never allowed to be getting these ever. When you're like, huh? Like, see the difference, right? Like you're so far ahead here, and like you're so close to 6, and she can just walk up. Like, but that's not the point. Like now here you hit 6. Wait for this. So you play passive. That's a me. You should have been walking up before you hit 6. Now remember, you have a stack on her.
Yeah.
This is lethal. Like, this is lethal. Like, I know Alistar can QW you, but like this still should be enough for a lethal because you have exhaust. Like, Thresh can follow you up and all that, right? Just don't dash behind the fucking Alistar so you don't get doubled into the turret, right? You dash to the side so he can't, like, push you away, but he can't, like, also...
push me upwards.
Yeah, exactly. Now here, as soon as you force them out of the lane... Actually, I want to rewind a bit. As soon as this happens and we force them out of the lane when they're this slow, right?
Yeah.
We should hard shove this and go for plates here, because this is, like, free plates. Like, no, you don't. You go for a terrible plates later.
I was afraid that she would stay.
Yeah, but if she stays, that's good. We just kill her under her own turret.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like this
was so late push, so
yeah.
It freezes for her.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you just hard shove this, you would have gotten a plate, and then you would have had it back, and then she would have lost everything, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Then you come back here, and this is where you go for plates. This is where you shouldn't go for plates. This is where going for plates is bad. I want to rewind just slightly where you kill them, right? So you kill them, and this is where...
freezing here.
No, you don't freeze. You go for plates.
Okay.
You're not thinking long term when you're going for plates here, because you're too far away from the turret to actually like get more than 1.5 plates, right? And then because you go for those plates here, it takes you all that time to like shove this in, right? By the time you arrive here, right? You just basically screw your whole lane over for an extra plate, because then by the time you arrive here, you take the plate, you back, but she's already back and she can just control the wave however she wants. She can set up a slow push, she can even try to pull the wave into her and all that, right? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like, you should not be going for plates when the wave is positioned like this. You should just... I wouldn't even back here, to be honest. You have 700, what I would just do, I would just sit here, make her miss XP and CS, and then just get like super far ahead of that. Then we stack a wave here, and we crash that big wave, we get our plates, and we can look to back then. That would be my plan here. Like, there is no Drake to fight over and stuff. So, you're freezing for a bit, and then this is where you start like hard shoving, I think. Or maybe I actually did freeze. No, why did
I did remember.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure I have this noted down. I think then you must have said like, should I go for plates here? Because I have this like.
It was another time that I know I shove in and take a plate. But here I remember freezing.
Yeah, because I have this note down like you shouldn't go for plates at 9:40, like in my notes, right? So like there must have been some sort of a discussion about plates or something. I don't know. Maybe you said you should get plates or something. I don't fucking know, because like, I
asked if I should have pushed for plates. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, like you didn't, so that's perfectly fine. Like you did exactly what I would want you to do. Yeah. So this is where you shouldn't hard shove this. You end up hard shoving because you want to back, right?
Rengar end up hard shoving this. It's so troll.
No,
maybe no. It is me. I ping for help. Yeah.
Yeah. So you should never do this ever in a million years, because if you can just literally go, as the wave is like this, if you can go and back there, you can come back and the wave is still going to be positioned around here because the cannon minions, right?
Yeah.
That they make the wave stalemate, and then because you back there, right? When the wave is in the middle, because you back, what ends up happening is essentially what ends up happening is you come back into the lane fast enough to keep control of the wave, right?
Yeah.
But see, like, because you're taking the time to hard shove, see where it ends up.
Yeah.
So now she can just do whatever. Like, this is, you're just giving her every chance after chance to like get back into the game, right?
Yeah.
Also, do not ever rush boots and kaisa like that unless you're playing into like a Morgana.
Did you see that recall? Like, what do I buy? Or do I just save the gold?
I think you can get Nincover unless I'm mistaken. Wait, what did you get? 1.1k.
No, I couldn't. I had like.
Oh, you had
100 something.
you had 1.1k, and
Yeah, it was like I should have.
I would just sell this and get Nincover then, because you sell it on and get Nincover, like that would be. Also keep. What the fuck did I just press? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I remember saying this, like it's so awkward, but yeah, that's true. Maybe saying is correct. Like it's such a huge power spike.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and the boots just delay that power spike by like a million miles, and it's not like you can dodge the fucking Alistar Q and W with the boots, right?
I needed boots for.
Yeah, exactly. And then another thing is, there was one more thing I want to talk about this. Oh yeah, keep in mind you bought this like a while back.
I haven't used it.
And you will not use it the whole game.
Yeah.
I think you'll end up selling it or like placing it in like a really awkward spot.
It later. I am.
Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, let's not do that. Now this is where you end up getting a really bad freeze. So here we see this lad here, right? We see the Zoe. We see Camille, right? So the only person missing of the map is Lee Sin, and we obviously see Alistar here, right? And Lee Sin is gonna show up top like in a second. Like I'm just gonna show you this. Yeah, she. Alistar is here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think Lee will move towards Alistar.
Yeah. Like I'm just showing like all focus. Like it's obvious, right?
Yeah.
It's like here you should just get 3 plates because you could get solo plates, like 2 solo plates, like so juicy, right? But instead you end up freezing, and I mean that denies Samira some stuff, and then again, wait 1 sec. This is where I started. Yeah, you saw her like. As soon as she stepped out, you saw her like you should have been hard shoving either way because like Samira cannot do, and if she can't stay under turret against you because you can just poke the fucking shit out of her. Yeah, WQ. Even if you just E forward, she's gonna be so fucking scared, right? Because you have lethal basically anytime. If you had that Q upgrade, that would be like even better. But like it is what it is. So you should just hard shove this, especially after you see Samira, to get like at least 1 plate, preferably 2. But 2 is kind of hard. But like if you hard shoved instantly, you would have had 2 plates easily. But you end up like freezing this, and then I end up laughing at you. I remember this.
It was terrible.
Now you end up getting 1 plate even after freezing this.
Yeah.
You still end up getting 1 plate.
2 then.
Yeah. And then here's the thing, okay? As soon as you take this plate, you should move here. Yeah. Wait, I have the wrong fog of war. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but I get it.
Yeah. As soon as you take that plate, you should just move into the gromp and get an extra gold. Because you can't back, because look, your inventory is full of shit and you have 700, which means you can't get new quiver, right?
Just running a river doing nothing.
Yeah, I remember that. And then obviously you can't go for Dragon now because all these guys in here. You get extra 85 to 100 gold from this, right? That puts you closer to the mythic and all that, right? And then you're at the perfect time for this. You're rotating in with the whole team from Grom because they're all gonna come through this, right? Then no, and you're just gonna come from River, right? So like it's much better to rotate with the team. And obviously extra gold and XP helps, and then you just kind of awkwardly run around here for like a bit.
Yeah, I'm doing nothing
here. Yeah, you would have been in this fight if you went for the Grom. Like properly, but like that's okay. So like we take this turret, right? And then your call is to go for 1 more turret here.
Yeah.
Never do this ever. So why we're not going for 1 more here? It's not because we know she's gonna TP here, which she did. But that's not something we shouldn't go that even if we know she doesn't have a TP, because going for a 1 more turret when you have 2k gold in your inventory and you just took first turret, like. What is this going? You're not gonna take full of this.
No, I'm not calling for turret here.
I'm
calling for 1 more wave.
It's still slow. Fuck it. Don't do that because the tempo. You need to keep up your tempo. You have 2k gold, which means you need to cash this out ASAP and move to mid and do something on the map, right? Let Thresh start roaming and working with Rengar and all that, right?
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen with the wave is it's still gonna fucking push into them because look at what the wave position is, right? Like it's still pushing in, like it's like yeah. If she ends up freezing this, fuck it, let her freeze this. We go and get everything, and then we just invade them, right?
Yeah.
Like staying here is like so bad. Like this is being like very greedy. You know what I mean? Like you should never be here in a million years. Even if we saw all of them there, like nah. Obviously, we know what happens after you get DP.
I thought everyone was topside.
Yeah, but like it's still not worth it, right? You need the tempo. You're losing so much tempo by just staying here.
I agree.
Like you getting temp on mid would be so huge here.
Yep.
Next thing is you back and then you just like kind of run to bot, like, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't be here, but yeah, fuck yeah, you shouldn't be bot. Like you should be clearing this, then clearing the chickens, and then either clearing wolves or going back mid. Like that's the only.
I just gave them 3 mid turrets.
Yeah, or just free fucking like you're losing out on this golden shit, right?
Yeah.
Like you're just sharing XP with Rengar here. Neither of you are getting anything. The mid turret doesn't like actually like matter that much, but like, you know. Now another thing is, why did you go galeforce in this specific game?
Because I didn't really find any, like, except for Alistar, I did not see anything like really tanky. I did not expect Lee Sin to go full tank, and I kind of wanted the kite towards Zoe and Camille.
So
like the peel, yeah.
Kraken Slayer is actually better here because thing is, Alistar is obviously gonna be fucking unkillable. Like without true damage you cannot kill him. Like that's just enough. Obviously Lee's itemizing tanky, and you should have seen that. You should have seen that he's itemizing tanky before you finished your mythic, right? And they have the same exact component, so it should never be a thing. But you never ever go Galeforce into Camille. Ever. Because yeah, the ulti. And even if you have, like, yes, Galeforce helps you dodge your E, but she can just literally walk up to you and just Q you. Like, WQ, all that, like, right? Well, this is a perfect example as to why you should be having a Kraken Slayer in this, especially when you're ahead. Yeah. Like, you're just basically, like, tickling.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't even end up using the Galeforce, right? You can't even use the Galeforce to get onto Zoe because it's fucking Zoe, right? A little annoying piece of shit. Like, see what I mean? Like,
dude, I got 1 HP bar from like, so what do you mean?
Isolated Q on Lee Sin and 5 people. And wait. This is the thing, okay? This fight was winnable. You, by the way, don't exhaust that useless piece of shit. Like, she's so bad. This fight was still, like, it's low key. Like, no, not right now, obviously, but like, with the Kraken Slayer, this is 100% winnable. Like, watch this. Yeah, you kill Alistar, you kill Lee much faster. She dies, like, much faster, right? Then the Camille would not be just fucking killing everything. If you actually exhausted the Camille, you would kill her here. But you're focusing the fucking useless Samira. And obviously you don't have Kraken, so you can't do much, right? Gee, he still popped her. Wow. Didn't see that much in... Well... What else do we have here? So next thing is, do not do this. Don't freeze here at this moment in time. So why we don't freeze here is because of this, okay? So here we could acquire much more gold by just pushing this out and moving and taking the jungle before Rengar respawns. Like, yes, we're denying them CS here, but it's like, is it really worth it to keep the minion wave right here when they have a fed Camille who can just run up and start split pushing this, right? I think it's much.
Thinking that it's nothing on both side map we want.
Yeah, I understand mid game freezes. I think they're good, but like I would just push this out and take this, and then move into this. But obviously Rengar would be spawned at that point. But like 2 more jungle camps are red for you. It's like so much more worth it than just doing this, right? Right?
Yep.
Now another thing is, you should most definitely be looking for an E upgrade right now, not the collector, because you're clearly, yeah, because look at their team, right?
Yeah, they're diving.
Exactly, they're diving, so the E upgrade is huge, and you're obviously not dealing any fucking damage anyway, so like the collector is useless. If they have like tank, also tabbies.
The upgrade would have been even more if I went Kraken, as you said before.
Yeah.
Attack speed.
Exactly. Like, look, tabbies, like, lethality is so useless, yeah. What else is there? Okay. Oh, yeah, now next thing is, I want to move on to here, like, when you take this Baron, like, see what you do. Like, what do you do after you take the Baron? Like, this is your... I mean...
We went bot.
Yeah, I'm not talking about, like, your team, because you called this out in game where you were like, oh, our team is just, like, wasting Baron, so, like, you knew what the fuck was wrong with that, right? But, like, you as a person, okay, so we take this, we back, right? Yeah, and why are you not keeping up your CS at all? Like, you do the evil, you're going to like top for some reason, you're taking this. You should just take everything, to be honest. Like, you have to take everything. You have to keep up your CS post Baron. Like, you can't just be like, why are you even here? Like, you went top when there was Rengar top. He was like right here, right?
Yeah.
Then you decided to run.
I was thinking I wanted the red buff, but sure, whatever. Red doesn't do anything, so like.
Yeah, you should just rush to keep getting resources, right? And you should just like travel around the world, just keep getting resources, because like you don't get anything with this. Like,
it's just I'm so afraid of moving at the map at the moment. Like we have no vision, and it's a Zoe.
yeah, I get that. I get that, but also I would just move as 5 or 4, because like this is.
Yeah, I mean this is so troll. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, but you knew this was bad. Like that's what I'm not gonna like blame you for this. So like that's one thing. Then well, what was the other one? Oh yeah, when you were like, was this my fault? I think this was it.
Yeah, I was topside.
Yeah. I'm not sure which fight was this. Like it was one of these fights.
Yeah,
this one, yeah. It's like this is definitely your fault, but not because of it's not because of you making the wrong decisions. It's about you not following their wrong decision. So here's the thing, okay? You saw that this was gonna happen like a while back. They were like running to it even after the dragon. And like sometimes in solo queue, you just have to follow your team even if they make the wrong decision, because you might be the difference maker. Even though like if they die here, you just lose the game. If you all die here, you still lose the game. If you might kill somebody, you might be able to come back into the game. You might win the fight somehow. You know what I mean? Like it could be a turning point, but like right now you're not accomplishing anything. Like this would be a right play in like a Hyla, because they would just not fight, because they started running at this post dragon, but like
because they got the dragon, so whatever.
Yeah, so yeah, but you know, yeah.
I think I should be mirroring like the LeBlanc playing close to her all the time, because
yeah. I mean, not all the time, but like when your team wants to fight, and we knew they wanted to fight. Like when I was a sick W, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then after this, the game is basically over. They take Baron. It's like we can go through one more fight. So this is.
Wait, by the way, like I don't know, like how am I supposed to play this? I'm just looking to like insta burst her, and we would if she didn't have the fucking.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm just trying to dash out damage at this point.
Yeah, I mean at this point everybody's leaving. You kind of like went ham, but the game is lost. You didn't like the game is lost because you itemized wrong. First and foremost, like you see, you're useless in this. You didn't punish Samira enough. Somehow she came back into the fucking game. Like we could have gotten way bigger of a lead, and we fucking like kind of trolled with like the whole thing where like we didn't follow our team, even though it was the wrong call. We still have to follow it. Like we have to just, you know, fall. Yeah, exactly.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't have to pretend I'm in higher elo than I am.
Yeah, I mean, true. It's kind of sad that Diamond is like this bad. It's like top 0.5%.
It's even more sad when I think that's how bad it is and that I'm stuck here. So like, I'm the problem. I really am.
I mean, if you weren't the problem, you wouldn't need coaching. Like I could coach any of these guys, right? But like, all right. Do you have any questions before we finish this review?
It all really makes sense. It does.
All right. What now?
But how do I play the game when my team refuses?